It's just before 7 a.m. here in Las Vegas. Good morning, and welcome to Wake Up and Win with Teddy Covers, your daily quick hitter podcast talking about where the money is flowing, the early money in the betting markets, and of course, when we can, try to figure out why the money is flowing in that direction. What's moving and why with Wake Up and Win each and every day. And yeah, I just named it yesterday. I haven't been approved yet, but I think that's the name we're going to use moving forward, unless everybody hates it. Wake Up and Win with Teddy Covers. Let's roll and take a look at the betting markets. Now, normally we're starting in the NBA, but on these getaway days, these days where there's a bunch of early start MLB, I think today we're going to start with the baseball betting markets, and we'll take a look at NBA in just a moment. Let's start with what we're seeing right now. Cubs and Braves is one that stands out. That total's been bet up. 8.5 last night. Getaway day. We don't usually see these totals get bet up. But clearly, the markets haven't liked the sod at all this year. The Braves are starting to hit a little bit. And I don't know. I mean, usually you don't see a lot of money against Charlie Morton either. So that's one that stands out as being a little bit unusual. Cubs, Braves, over money coming in. Toronto and Baltimore under money pouring in on this one. Kikuchi's been the markets have liked him a fair bit so far this season, and he's pitched fairly well. And Baltimore, I'm telling you, the Orioles, for as good as they've been, the lack of market respect for Baltimore really stands out. The advanced metrics are not wowing, they're not eye-popping from this team. And, for the last several years, it feels like the markets have been expecting regression from the Orioles. They had the 90-win season, and last year they had a 100-win season. And once again this year, you think after 2 years, Baltimore might be priced in a different range. We're just not seeing that from the Orioles. There's a little bit of market disrespect for Baltimore, and it's been there. It hasn't changed a whole lot in that regard. Under money for Tampa Bay and Boston, that's one that makes sense. Hawk's been pretty good this season. Bradley came off the DL and pitched a gem against the Yankees last time, so not surprised we're seeing under money there. The total there, 8.5 down to 8. We're also seeing Rays money in that game. And again, those two teams played 12 innings last night. I don't know if I trust either one of the two bullpens for a side wager. I can understand the Tampa money. Bradley was really impressive last time out. Hoke's got a bad track record against this Rays lineup. I'm going to talk about this game on WagerTalk today, 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern, with my big game breakdown. Looking again at the WagerTalk live odds screen, seeing what's moving and why it's moving. Money for the Twins against the Yankees. Not shocked with this either. The Yankees are another team. Stroman in particular has been a pitcher that the betting markets don't like. They've been fading the Yankees with Stroman on the hill. And of course the Yankees off another win yesterday. In theory, Minnesota's had their problems with this team over the years. Nonetheless, Lopez is another guy who the markets have liked all year for the Twins, so not surprised with money coming against Stroman for Lopez against the Yankees and for the Twins in early betting action today. Under money showing for the A's and the Astros. They pitched an under game yesterday, and I'm not talking about two lineups that are on fire right now by any stretch of the imagination. Tigers money coming in early start action against Miami. Look, Miami's been pretty awful. Detroit's been a wise guy favorite, basically from the get-go this season. So not shocked that we're seeing Tigers money in early betting action thus far. That's what's doing in the baseball world. And hey, I want to ask you guys a quick favor. Real simple. Just take a second, click that like button. That's it. Problem solved. It really helps me. Thank you. Problem solved. Let's switch over to the NBA. And of course, if you want to give a comment, I appreciate all the comments. We appreciate all the follows. But that little like, just that click, makes all the difference. Thank you for doing that. Also, one quick note. I want to mention it right here because I'm thinking about it while I click, get the NBA odds up. No show this Friday. No show next Friday. Look, I'm human. There's stuff I'm doing. And when I have a late night the night before, which I'm expecting, I'm going to not do a show at 7 a.m. the next morning, bright and early, all bushy-tailed. So no show this Friday, no show next Friday. I apologize, but I try to do the show each and every weekday. And quick hitter style, I want to get you guys in and out, not waste anybody's time. NBA. Here's what's going on right now. Celtics and Cavaliers for tonight. Yeah, we've seen Cleveland money. Somebody bet Cleveland. The wise guys did. There were 15.5. Now it's down to 14.5. And, you know, when you look at the injury report for the Cavs, this money's really coming on. They think Donovan Mitchell's going to play. Mitchell's still listed officially as questionable. Karis LeVert's listed as questionable. Jared Allen's listed as questionable. If all three of those guys play, this number's going down. I don't know if Allen's going to play. I mean, you ever had badly bruised ribs? That hurts for a while. You know, you can't breathe, you can't run. I get it. But Mitchell obviously sat out last game. And if you, I don't know. The markets think he's going to play. The early money has come for Cleveland as a result. And we talk about the total. Total hasn't done a damn thing. 205.5 at the open, 205.5 now. OKC and Dallas. The early money came for Dallas. Hasn't seen a whole lot since. And again, the markets are betting the zigzag here. OKC opened 5 at a lot of books, 4.5 at a couple. Now I'm seeing mostly 4s on the WagerTalk Live odds screen, the free WagerTalk Live odds screen. There are a couple of 4.5s out there. The prevailing number still early on this morning is OKC -4. So that shows we have had some Dallas money. Total there is not doing anything. Let's talk about Thursday's game against with Denver and Minnesota. And right now, T-Wolves, they opened 2.5. There was even, I think, a 3 out there last night. I remember seeing it and going, I should take +3 right now. And I didn't, and it's gone. 2, the prevailing number. The money will likely come for Denver here. Grab a 2.5 now if you like Minnesota. I'm not convinced there's going to be a ton of market support for the T-Wolves after they've suffered their first 3-game losing streak of the season. Teams tend to suffer their first 4-game losing streak of the season, even at home. We'll see. Maybe Denver takes their foot off the gas pedal, but that's been a pretty good road team so far here in the postseason. I would not be surprised at all to see at least some Nuggets money. We've already seen some Nuggets money. And, of course, the Pacers opened 5. And that total, by the way, Denver, Minnesota, 204.5 hasn't moved yet. Pacers opened 5, 217.5 in this zigzag against the Knicks, where the home team has won every game. And the last 2 games have been blowouts. The markets say Indiana may have an easy time of it, -5. Again, when we look at where the markets were last night with the Knicks only a 1-point home favorite, this line kind of makes sense in that regard. From a series price, again, at this stage, it's not that big a deal. You know, you're talking about the money lines. When you add up the money lines, and you're going to get, if you bet a team on the money line in every game versus if you bet them a series price at this stage, it's not that big of a difference. Bottom line, though, here's what we're seeing. Nuggets -450, higher at a couple of books, -480 against Minnesota. And again, Minnesota's got to win 2 games back-to-back, so they're just putting the 2 money lines together to get the +350 take back for the T-Wolves. It's not any hardcore math. It's just you're adding up the win percentages and factoring it in, and creating a series money line as a result, which is easier to do when there's only 2 games left in a series or 3 games left in a series than there is when there's just 7 games or 6 games left in a series. That's why these money lines are, I call them more accurate now, because you're not laying extra juice the way you were earlier in a sense, as opposed to betting a team on the money line game in, game out. The Knicks -240 against the Pacers, take back in Indiana in the +$2 range. The Thunder -160 against the Mavs. That's interesting. Series tied 2-2. That's market respect for Dallas right there in some sense. And of course, you can lay, $1,000 to win $1 on the Celtics. Shop around. You don't have to lay $500 to win $1. Nonetheless, difficult to get involved with that series price in particular. That's all I got for you this morning, guys. Thanks so much for taking time out of your day. Again, the like button makes all the difference. Appreciate the comments. Appreciate the follows. Check out the website. Check out my page, wt.buzz/TC. We got a great MLB offer up right now. MLB, 7-day pass, $7 a day. MLB's been really good, 40-25 run, up, 39 units, 42 units, I don't know. But it's been pretty good so far. If you want to get on board, again, don't buy a play, buy a package, 7-day all access for MLB, just $49. Take advantage of that right now at WagerTalk.com. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning. Cheers.